Manhwa is a significant aspect of South Korean culture, but it has spread to many other nations. If you like reading fantasy manhwas and you want to get updated on the hot and new manhwas released this year, here are the top 10 manhwas released in 2022 with 20 or more than 20 chapters. Number 10. Heavenly Swords Grand Saga. There are people in the world that thinks they are the chosen of the heavens. It's been decades since chaos and strife among heroes ensued because of those people. A certain disciple who has 6 masters has been entrusted with the fate of the Central Plains. If you guys are the heavens, then I'm the sword that'll pierce the heavens. That was what he'd resolved to do. However, he was transported into a human with a lot of weight he has to lose first. Basically, after receiving martial arts instruction from 6 renowned fighters, the series' main character goes back in time to stop an evil group from destroying Muram. However, he awakens in the body of a random morbidly obese young master, who is lavished with attention by his entire household and servants, rather than his own. This manhwa is quite a fun read because it has a peculiar and humorous main character. Number 9. Standard of Reincarnation. The greatest martial family, Samian. Daven, a member of the Samian family, is a one-armed martial soldier without a right arm. Despite the ridicule and contempt he got for only having a left arm, he surpassed the direct line of the Samian family as a genius. However, he got betrayed by his family and parents in the end, thus meeting a poor end. But he was reincarnated. I have a right arm? He had a new family tradition, a naturally gifted body, experience from his past life, and the god Yulian with him as well. After his reincarnation, everything changed, and a new adventure started. The manhwa is quite fascinating. Basically, the main character is born with one arm, has no talent or blessings, and his family doesn't care about him. He is sold to become his cousin's helper, and in the meantime, his cousin has amazing talent and is a genius, but he is also a lazy one. After some time, the main character ultimately defeats his cousin. But his cousin stabbed him in the back, and his own family accused him of striking a bargain with a demon to grow stronger. After that, he was captured and reborn after 500 years. Number 8. Player who returned 10,000 years later. The main character unexpectedly found himself in hell one day. His only assets were a capacity for predation and a drive to live. He ingested dozens, hundreds of thousands of demons from the 1st to the 9,000 circles of hell. Even the 7 powerful dukes of hell knelt before him. He had access to everything in hell, yet there was nothing to eat or enjoy. Hell is made up only of desolate landscapes and terrifying devils. He makes the decision to return to Earth after 10,000 years. This manhwa's plot shares a few minor parallels with other returner player manhwas, but it is better executed here. The combat scenes are where the art really shines because they are so well done. Additionally, the writing of the characters and the world building are both excellent. Another bonus is that the main character is cruel and powerful right away. Number 7. Swordmaster's youngest son. Jin Runcandle was the youngest son of Runcandle, the land's most prestigious swordsman family, and the biggest failure in Runcandle history. He, who was kicked out miserably and came to a meaningless end, was given another chance. Memories of his past life, overwhelming talent, and a contract with God. The preparations to become the greatest are complete. This manhwa has a fantastic plot and intriguing characters. The protagonist is a smart, diligent person. Even though he is fairly powerful for his age, he still faces many stronger opponents and must use all of his strength to defeat them. If I do say so myself, some of the villains are more powerful than he is. There are numerous mysteries that are eventually solved, and it is obvious that a significant event is taking place. Although there hasn't been any overt romance so far, there are signs that the female protagonist is involved, and it's likely that they will end up together. Number 6. Helmet. The Forsaken Child. Helmet was a child who had been abandoned in the demonic beast forest at birth. Raised by demonic beasts, the first human that he met was the sword Saint Darien. Little did Helmet know that the chance encounter would soon shake the foundation of his fate. Grow stronger if you want to get out of here. The boy who'd lived like a beast was thrown into the human world. He possessed overwhelming swordsmanship, outstanding looks, and sharp intelligence, but there was one thing he lacked: humanity. This could be a top-notch fantasy manhwa. Its story is distinctive and fresh, and the plot's execution is flawless. Its world building is great and the premise is easy to understand. The main character goes through a lot of character growth and is endearing as well. They are also quite well written, and the side characters are quite memorable. This manhwa's art is likewise of the highest caliber, and the fight sequences bring it to a whole new level. Overall, fantasy fans should give this a try. Number 5. Sword Fanatic Wanders Through the Night. The mystic lunar dance troupe took in Jin Sohan as an orphan, and he spent his childhood with them. But one day, one of the 4 great demons, the Venom Demon, discovered that he was special and kidnapped him. After all kinds of tests, he decided to raise him as his disciple. 10 years later, Jin Sohan tried to look for traces of the mystic lunar dance troupe, but the sword dance troupe had already been destroyed at the hands of the unorthodox faction that's now ruling over his hometown. This is a Muram manhwa with a very promising story and main character. The protagonist is strong, ruthless, smart, and vengeful. It's quite unique since the protagonist rose to the top because of his abilities and he was trained for many years. Although the manhwa does not focus on his trainings, his adventures to resolve his problems are what make the story worth reading. Number 4. Worthless Regression. After being thrust into a harsh environment, the main character leads a life befitting a weakling. After then, he passes away and is returned to the moment when he was initially brought into this world. He must survive on his recollections alone because he has nothing with him. The character's development arc is excellent. This person has to work hard for years in order to gradually improve his skills, unlike other manhwas where the character acquires super powerful skills after super powerful skills. The main character diligently works, deliberates, and gradually improves. It is realistic since advancement is similarly sluggish in the actual world and necessitates persistence in order to see the benefits. It's encouraging to witness the main character who lacks any talent yet persists in making progress primarily on his own initiative. The protagonist becomes very likable as the story moves ahead. Furthermore, while being located in a hostile environment, neither the main character nor the setting is tense. In addition to working hard, he advances because of those who help him. It's wonderful to witness a character that is so appreciative of the individuals who stand by him and encourage him. Number 3. Is this hero for real? Kong Hansu was summoned to this world with his classmates. His classmates were amazed by this brand new world and the magic in it, but the only thing Hansu wanted to do was quickly return home. Even the goddess that summoned me said that if I wasn't willing to, there was nothing she could do to force me and promised to return me to my original world. She did teleport him, but when he opened his eyes, he was still in this world. All of his friends were gone, and the only thing around him was monsters. This is a fantastic manhwa with a compelling plot involving both the main character and the supporting cast. While the main character's story focuses on growing stronger to exact revenge, the side characters' stories offer a different viewpoint and highlight how the main character is progressing rapidly compared to other heroes. It is a ton of fun, the environment is fantastically constructed, the magic system is fantastic, and it has everything. This will likely appeal to you if you love FFF class Trashero. It definitely is worth reading. Number 2. King of the Mound. Through a combination of numerous injuries, a weak frame, and financial difficulties, the protagonist Lee Jinyong gave up on his path to being a baseball athlete and lived as a factory employee instead. One day, the spirit of Kim Jinho, the baseball hero who was hailed as a legend in Korea, as well as Lee Jinyong's idol who passed away 10 years ago, appeared before him. At the same time, an unknown notice appeared, stating that the baseball manager would start, and Lee Jinyong gained an ability that gave him the constitution of a pitcher, similar to a game avatar. He returns to the field to become King of the Mound. This manhwa is placed in number 2 because it is a refreshing genre in manhwa that hasn't been talked about. For those who like the sports genre, this manhwa is quite good. It has a system, which is also a benefit. The artwork and writing of this manhwa are both excellent. The only significant drawback of this manhwa is the excessive number of time skips, which occur at random and without any justification, which may turn some readers off. Apart from that, it's a fantastic sports manhwa with lots of engaging drama. Just based on the first 20 chapters, it seems to be quite nice. The tale works because it's not overly complicated, the characters are enjoyable, and the art is excellent. Number 1. Damn Reincarnation. The warrior Hamel went on an adventure with his companions to defeat the Demon Kings, but after dying just before the final battle with the Demon Kings, he was reincarnated as the descendant of his fellow warrior, Vermouth. Hamel, no, Eugene Lionheart was reborn with the blood of the great Vermouth. With a body that had higher specs right from the start, he showed explosive growth that far surpassed what he had achieved in his previous life. Along with the unknown reasons for his reincarnation came the uneasy reality of having to coexist with demons. He was faced with a world that made him question everything he had believed in. Gifted with this extraordinary body since birth, Eugene begins walking down the unfinished path from his previous life. The main character can be described as a good, overpowered, and badass manhwa protagonist. He is cool, yet still feels human. Neither lame nor overly cool and strong, yet not too strong as he grows in power over time. Overall, it has a likable main character, good supporting characters, interesting character development, sympathetic relationships, and occasionally hilarious conversation. It might not be the most unique or original series on this list, but it can give you the best entertainment when compared to other modern manhwas. So if you like overpowered main characters with interesting characteristics, this manhwa might be perfect for you. Do you agree with this list? If not, feel free to comment on manhwas that you think are suited to this concept in terms of story and premise. As this is one of the first videos on this channel, you guys can give constructive criticism so that I'll be able to give better videos related to manhwa, manga, or anime in the future. Please don't forget to like this video, and subscribe to see more videos like this. Liking and subscribing could also help a lot for the growth of this channel. Also, there are top manhwas of 2022 that are not included in this list because I already made a video of them before. Feel free to check it out if you want more videos like this. Thank you for watching.